point, we've introduced the trigonometric function values with both an angle definition and the unit circle definition. And as you've been evaluating these functions, some similarities have probably made you start to think, is there actually a difference? When we're working with angles, we think about where is the terminal side. We think, what is the angle that that's related to in the first quadrant, right, the reference angle. And we use the relationship between the sines of the two quadrants to figure out what the sine should be of the sine or the cosine or the tangent of this angle. With the unit circle definition, we're working with real numbers. We think this real number has a terminal point right here. The reference number here has a similar terminal point. And we think about the sines in the two quadrants. How are they related? And we use that to evaluate our function here. Right? So it's kind of the same process. And as you've been doing this, I'm sure that you're aware that the real number is always equal to the radian measure of the angle. And you think, why don't we just use angles? Why don't we call these radians? Right? And why are we using t instead of theta when we could put in exactly the same number as theta and call it an angle? All right, so the answer has to do with higher level mathematics. The power of the unit circle definition is that it is 100% internally consistent. We have an equation for our circle. X squared plus y squared equals 1. And we're measuring distances along that same circle, which we can compute using the definition. And we're finding points on that circle and using those to evaluate the sine and the cosine, the tangent, the cosecant, the secant, the cotangent. Right? Never do we need a concept of angle. And so this provides a stronger mathematical foundation for the higher level math. That's it. From a computational standpoint, they really are the same. And it doesn't hurt you any to think about the real numbers as being the angle in radians. It's going to come out the same. But one thing about the unit circle definition is it helps you to understand why radians are the native unit for mathematics. Right, this is the math definition of the trigonometric functions. And that's it.